Well, Tim, there's fine margins between success and failure, and today it took one moment of brilliance from them. Admittedly, we had a big chance at the other end.
Yeah, like you said, it's margins, and they're very fine. I think a few weeks ago, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, that game's different, and we're probably giving up 2, 3, 4 goals. But to come away to a place like this and dominate the ball and create good few chances for ourselves, and not finish those, and be fair to the guy, it was a very good finish on the volley. That's the difference in this division, and unfortunately it didn't go our way today.
At the other end, it was a big chance, wasn't it, for Mitrovic?
Yeah, and just saying there, that's his bread and butter. He usually tucks those away with his eyes closed. Today it wasn't meant to be, and that's the way it goes. Strikers live and die off of those chances, and I'm of the mindset that if he gets another one there at the end of the game, he finishes it, and we're singing a different song standing here.
You've mentioned about tightening up defensively. Have you worked hard on that off the field?
Yeah, that's been a big focus since Scotty's kind of taken over, and we've done a lot after every training session, and then the rest of us defenders kind of sticking behind and doing extra after all the rest of the guys have gone in. So it's been a big focus for us, and hopefully everyone can see that, and it's obviously paid dividends the last couple of games.
Lots of people have had their say on Scott Parker as manager and what he's brought to the role. From your perspective, just what has he done?
He's just brought a desire and a will, and a wanting to work, back to the squad. There's no two ways about it. It was lost, there for a good few months, and he's come in and taken over and just really molded us into the type of team that he himself played like, and that's maybe too many words to describe it, but he played with passion, he played with desire, he was no nonsense. He's gonna get stuck in, and I think over the last 4 or 5 weeks that's kind of taken over, and us as players have really bought into that, from the first name on the team sheet to the guys who aren't getting into the squads, and training's just been that much more intense, and there's a will and a want to come in and do well, and do well for him, and do well for ourselves, and the club and everybody associated with it, and we had lost that along the way, and he's definitely brought that back.
Do you feel proud that you've got it back?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a hard slog there for a long while, and there was a sense that we didn't know what direction we were kind of going, and it's definitely a proud feeling that he's been able to take over, and he's brought that back, and there's no two ways about, you look at the last 4 performances, and even going back, the Chelsea, the Liverpool games, we put in some decent performances, and for maybe 45 to 60 minutes, and then dropped off from there. But over the last 4 or 5 weeks, I don't think there's any doubt that there's a sense of pride in what we've been able to achieve. Yeah, of course we've been relegated, and I think that's the frustrating bit, is that we have been relegated, and now the performances are just that much better.
And one final point, it would be nice to get your thoughts on young Harvey Elliott, because he's a precocious talent, isn't he? You can see that.
He's he trained with us the 2 weeks, the week before Easter and the week after, and his football brain is incredible for a 16-year-old, and he's if he keeps his head on straight and continues to work the way he has, there's no doubt he's going to go some big places in this game.